Going with storytelling and props, and he's going in Roleplay 104 and the 110 steps,
80.
meaning that he's now going into different characters. He is even...
You gotta understand, when somebody has been studying speakers for 26 years and you see somebody just combining it all, it's like watching like a masterpiece. Yo, welcome back, David.
Alex.
Professional public speakers, analysts, and experts in looking at what people do on stage and in their presentations. Today we are looking at
Myron Golden. Who is he?
He looks absolutely exquisite in his photo. Oh my god, I wish I looked that amazing as well. Anyhow, it says the following on his webpage. As a business growth strategist, best-selling author, and inspirational speaker, Myron has dedicated his life to empowering individuals to achieve success. That is brilliant. I applaud him for that. Sharing that skill to others.
Yep.
He's apparently the second born of 6 brothers, husband of 30 years back, father, grandfather. Ooh, wow, his resilience has not just shaped his character, but has become the anchor of his teachings.
Sweet.
I have seen an interview with him and Dan Henry, I think it was.
Oh, really?
They did a podcast.
Yeah.
And that was enjoyable.
It was
enjoyable. So I'm looking at what he can do from stage, because an interview is always an interview. What are we using to analyze?
Okay, so we're using 2 different models that this gentleman has spent, the last good amount of 26 years to create, and that is how we do the analysis out of 2 different aspects. Number 1, how you spice up things, how they do with their content and the delivery, and that is called the JP Spice Rack. It's 136 different ways of doing that. And the second model is something that we call the 110 steps. This is out of the delivery aspect only, so the skills that you use or not use when you are standing on a stage doing a presentation. Everything from the avoidance or the use of filler sounds to using gestures and facial expression. So I'm looking forward to this, because if you thought that he was enjoyable with that interview with Dan Henry, I mean, then this is,
I just found myself mirroring him.
You did?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Look at this.
A serious look out in the horizon.
He's powerful just by photo.
Powerful, yep.
Are you strapped in? Because this is going to be good.
I'm buckled up.
This is going to be good.
All right.
There we go.
Woo.
When I think about how hard it seems to me for some people to learn how to sell, it blows my mind, but it shouldn't. Because when I first started selling, I was terrible. I got started selling insurance and investments in a...
That's so many things. There's so many things.
It's like
it's going. This is freaking amazing.
It feels like we have started just like when we did the Alex Hormozy. Remember that one where he was stacking so much?
Probably spend this entire video just analyzing those 8 seconds. Don't you think?
Yeah, we could do that. Should we do that?
Because I think that was literally 30 different skills launched in 10 seconds.
Yep, without a doubt.
Which is madness.
I love his matching facial expression skill 77 there.
Yeah.
Yep, and the dramatizing as well with using eyebrows. Number 80, he was having his skill number 81 with his forehead as well. Yeah, so that's...
and 61.
61.
Just a slight lean towards the camera, just a slight lean, showing intent.
Yep.
And confidence. Well, pace changes. Another one.
Yep.
I admired those.
We're ranting on. Let's have a rerun on that facial expression.
Yeah.
And movement, right?
Okay.
Think about how hard it seems to me
eyebrows,
for some people to learn
forehead.
how to sell. It blows my mind, but it shouldn't. Because when I first started selling, I was terrible. I got started selling insurance and investments in October of...
I just want to have a look at that little head nod that he adds. Just have a look at that.
When I think about how hard it seems to me for some people to learn how to sell, it blows
See that?
Yeah.
And
my mind, but it shouldn't. Because when I first started selling, I was terrible.
Hot.
I got started selling insurance and investments in October of 1985.
I love that. Do you hear well, of course you heard it, but guys, people who's listening to this and watching this, 1985, the emphasis and articulation on that specific word. Beautiful. If you want to have a value increase of something where you really want your audience to focus on what it is that you're saying, where you feel that there's importance,
yes,
implement emphasis and articulation.
Well, I just want to say this. Remember that all of this is skill. So if you have 27 skills today, we can see to it that you get 10 more. So that's 37 skills, or 47 skills, or 57 skills. We'll see at the end of this video how many skills Myron Golden has and what that actually means to his delivery. But what is known is that the more skills you have, the more successful you generally are because you communicate better.
There is something that they can do, right?
Yes, our team has edited and created an absolutely brilliant and beautiful video for this.
Yeah.
So to get a peek into what we do, how we do it, and what we've done, have a look at the link, which is...
Should it be right here, dear?
Down here.
Down here. Sorry.
I must also, just express my admiration for his use of head angling. It's either it's going back slightly, it's going forward slightly. When this one shows a proper increase of confidence, this shows I know what I'm talking about. He's got the head shake, he's got the head nod. I don't know what to say.
I love this.
This could be the best head user of every public speaker that we've seen.
It seems like you have this little fetish when it comes to the head angling thing, because you always, when you get like, oh, look, the head angle. I go into when people are using good facial expression.
All right, yes,
Yep.
yes. Why? Why?
¿Por qué?
Why is it? Because I've been coaching for so many years. I want to share a story with you, which just blew my mind, and it goes like this. About 10 years ago, I was delivering a training, 10 people, every single one made sense, but one woman, I could not put my finger on what was wrong, and it got so frustrating that everyone went to lunch. I said to her, can we have a quick lunch and then go back, and you can go again and again and again and again until I see what it is you're doing, because it's driving me mad. So we went and I couldn't see it. I recorded her. I did it in slow motion. I looked at it. I couldn't see it. We had 10 minutes left until everybody was coming back. I went in slow motion again. I looked at it with her. Then I saw it. I still get goosebumps to this day. Look at that.
Yes. Oh.
Because what I saw was so simple. So I asked her to change one little thing. She did. And I just knew it. That was it. I took all of her friends or colleagues in, another 9, and they asked them to sit down, and I asked her to redo her presentation. And when she did, everybody went, what on earth is going on? Gobsmacked. What had I changed? Thing was this, what I hadn't seen, which is just mind-blowing, and the reason why I'm so obsessed by head angles today, is that she had her head tilted 2 to 3 degrees back during her entire presentation. Which means if I were to speak like this to you during this entire video, and Alexander would not, you would see me, you would perceive me as the more arrogant one of us two. So what she was constantly perceived as was arrogant. And then she went, boomf, and she just connected with the audience. She sent me handwritten letters 2 years in a row telling me how that single feedback changed her life in regards to people were actually accepting her for who she was. She was getting promotions. She had a partner. Everything was working out. I could tell you so many stories about head angles. So that's why I love this. And what Myron is doing differently compared to this woman, because he has his head tilted backwards now, in this moment, this free screen. So is that bad or is that good? If it's done momentarily, just for the moment, just show, I've got this. And then you carry on by going down again, perfectly fine. The problem for her was going up during her entire talk. So there's a function to these head movements, and they impact us to such a degree that it's life-changing for the person who uses them and sees them. There we go. Quick story. Let's carry on. We've done 13 seconds.
Yeah, I know. It's always
13 seconds.
Same thing, always.
I did not make my first sale until April of 1987. With an
Did you catch that?
I've been talking quite a lot, so you
Yeah, now it's my time to talk. Yeah, beautiful execution. Let's listen to this again.
October of 1985. I did not make my
Pause. A little tiny effect pause. Tiny one. Oh, another one.
Not only that.
Oh, you see, there we go.
Can you hear this?
1985. I did not miss an investment
Do you see that?
in October of 1985.
What does it do? He leans back, closes his eyes,
yeah.
and does an inhale.
Yeah.
So there's an actual skill for this. and where do we have it? It's 32, right, for voice. So what I did in my TED Talk was, after I'd gone through all the major skills of the 110 steps, I said, do you want to see 4 small ones?
On that one. Classical
Because
one.
some of you are asking, all of these seem big skills. Do you have any small ones? And I went, okay, have a look at this. Okay, all right, here we go.
And those were the 4 skills. Did you follow them?
And that was those 4.
Yeah.
What are they?
You were using a
audible
inhale.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You were using a self-laughter. Laughter. Then you were implementing. See, now
To change smile.
did you change smile? So
And
that's a facial
eyes
expression.
angling in the corner.
Searching for.
Or closing your eyelids. Any one of those.
85. I did not make my first
So
sale.
it was like a 3-second version of a bunch of skills used at the same time. This is my man.
What he's creating also at the same time, I was going with the effect pause and a little bit of strategic pausing there, is he's creating something. There's something that you guys are expecting. We are expecting. He's pushing a little bit of anticipation.
I did not make my first sale until April of 1987.
There we go. See? He was waiting, pushing a little bit of anticipation. So if you ever want to have people going, what is going to come, what is going to come, what is going to come, then implementing a pausation is a very good thing.
Yes. And
But it should be lengthier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And do you combine this with the facial expression, the use of forehead, the angling towards the audience, both with body and head. And he also goes down in register.
Yeah.
Register is one of those things that it's a tricky one, because register is the depth of your voice.
What happens if you have a really high pitch?
That is comedy. You can do comedy with high pitch.
Yeah.
Studies show that if you have a lower register, your voice carries further. So people will hear you more clearly in the room. Quite a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, it also shows a greater sense of authority and credibility. So Margaret Thatcher is probably the person most known for lowering her register. I think it was an entire octave or a half octave or something like that. It was just a big difference.
I've done a good deal of other speaking, but speaking in the House of Commons is quite different. It's a unique experience.
I think we shall have to make up our minds about the cabinet very quickly, because otherwise...
Another thing is as well, if you practice to have a lower register when you're a public speaker or a presenter, or anyone that speaks a lot, you don't lose your voice as often as if you have a high register. Okay, this is insane. Emil is going to kill us because we have only gone 18 seconds, and for every video he says, "Can you please go longer?"
Okay, let's go.
Shall we do like 10 seconds?
We'll
now?
be quiet.
Yeah, for Emil.
Yes, for Emil.
Within a very, very short period of time after I made my first sale, I became the top salesperson in our office month after month after month after month after month. What I'm going to share with you in this video is how I did that. And it doesn't matter if you...
I can't take it.
No, we can't. I'm sorry, Emil. Sorry.
We actually did 10 seconds.
Yeah, but still.
was-
All right. So now we have given Myron a lot of good features when it comes to using facial expression, voice. But what happened now? There's a switch. Something has been increased. Now we talk about in the 110 steps, we have gone into the nonverbal cues that he's doing with his body.
I'm teary-eyed again.
Yeah,
man.
body
I'm teary-eyed.
language. Body language.
All right. Yes, can we just leave it that was one of that pace change that he did there was just, it's just the best. Let's have a look at that pace change again.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, and then we go for body.
made my first sale, I became the top salesperson in our office month after month after month after month after month.
And melody change. Month after month. Let's go for body language.
Yes, all right. So take a look at the body language
I
here.
became the top salesperson in our office month after month after month after month after
All right, so we got skill number 46, which is distinctiveness, so distinct hand movement. I would also, on my end, count this as a sound effect. Not sound effect with your voice, but this is a sound. He makes a sound when this is hitting.
Yeah. And other ways you can use this in public speaking is... But any kind of sound that you make with
Yes.
the body
So-
would be a skill as well. So he uses a skill.
Yep.
Distinct, yes.
Yes.
Also size.
Yeah.
Let's try this with our audience. We want you to practice this, okay?
Yeah.
You want you to practice this. Just a small, quick thing. Most people do this. Please try that. Sit in front of your computer and try that. Very small and non-distinct gestures.
Yeah.
Let's do the Myron way. Larger. Let's add distinct. Feel the confidence build up in you when you do that small change, that difference. All right, 26 seconds in.
Sorry, I have to give him as well. He is, I believe he's talking about things that are moving through time.
I made my first sale. I became the top salesperson in our office month after month after month after month.
Yeah, so see, he's talking about month after month after month after month after month. We have talked about this. This is skill progression, which is number 60. So skill number 60 means that you show something moving over time. What he's doing is the opposite way around. What he is showing you guys is that he's going backwards in time because he's doing the movement this direction instead of this direction. That is the only thing in that little sense that we would have to make a little remark on.
It should be mirrored because it should go in the right direction.
Exactly.
According to the people who's looking at it. Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to share with you, multi-level marketing, all of it. I'm going to share with you how I sell. And selling to me now, it's easier than taking a nap.
So beautiful facial
I'm good at
expression.
taking a nap. I make sure I take at least.
You know what's more impressive than any of the skills that we're seeing at the moment? It's that they're being used in the beginning of his presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So usually this amount of skills is usually seen like
Further in.
7 minutes in, about 7 minutes in. That's usually when the cortisol levels go down and you start to feel comfortable. He's using them from the very start. So I am very interested in seeing what does it look like if we move in his timeline. Can he get better, or is he just walks in and he's just brilliant to begin with?
So let's do a magical...
This book right here.
Oh, props! Spice!
Props, spice, and register change. Go.
Yes.
Do you hear that?
I love it.
We mentioned that before in comedy. Let's listen to the register change.
Yep.
And obviously the facial expression. You got to love that, man.
I love it.
This book right here. I got a guy in Canada. English is his second language. French is his first language. He read this book. He said, Myron.
Oh, no, he is not going the distance. So he's going with storytelling and props, and he's going in Roleplay 104 and the 110 steps, meaning that he's now going into 2 different characters. He's even going, so he's changing now the dialect as well.
I read the book.
Oh my God.
Do you hear that? It's perfection of real execution of roleplay, because now he's also changing angles of him implementing being one person, he being Myron, and then the person who's in Canada who's reading that English is the second language, and he even puts that dialect to it in the language in the language category.
This is the 3rd time I'm getting tear-eyed during just this talk, man. Because you got to understand, when somebody has been studying speakers for 26 years and you see somebody just combining it all, it's like watching like a masterpiece.
I did what was in the book. This is a terrible French accent, I know. Don't judge me. Pray for me.
No, I can't. Does he definitely used Correctio to some extent. The skill 100. You say something, but you take it back and then you say it again. But I'm thinking about something else.
Ooh, 56. That is also, I would say this is a 56 would be also
Confession.
this. Yeah, he's like, no, the French accent. So he's confessing that the accent is bad.
Yeah.
Even I thought it was good.
Yeah.
But so he's using skill 56 out of the JP Spice rack, which is confession.
Yeah.
Book. This is a terrible French accent, I know. Don't judge me.
Ballparking. We're in from 0 over here to 110 over there. Where would you go? And you have to remember, when we do these things, we need to be objective.
I know, but
he's so effective.
There's literally nothing he does wrong.
Progression.
That is it.
Yeah. From what we have seen over those in total 2 minutes.
I would have to look at the entire talk.
Yeah.
But if the rest of it is the same kind of new things that he hasn't used still, and he became this even much better going 9 minutes in, and he was that good in the beginning. This is
Should we wait and say it on 3? Like 1, 2, 3, and I'll say you say yours at the same time and see if we're around the area where I think we're going to be? You guys ready for this? 87.
90.
Oh, you were.
But this is like lowballing a guesstimate.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's with high probability, it could be the best public speaker that I have seen.
Well, what about me? I'm kidding. No, I agree with him. This is without a doubt.
Ed Izzard is the one that has the highest score when looking at an entire video.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be worth actually properly scoring him.
Yep.
Hey, what's up? I just did a proper analysis on Myron Golden, and guess what he scored? He got a whooping 86.5.
Yeah, there we go. I can't do this
No,
anymore.
all right.
I need to lie down. This was too emotional.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like what we do, please hit the like button and of course subscribe to the channel. The thing is, I would love, and David also when he has stopped laying down, want to find out what did you like with this? Did you learn? Did you take away anything from this? So just write in the comment, we would love to see. Also, if you have somebody that you want to see we do these analysis on and reactions to, just pop a line into the comment section and we will of course see if it's somebody that we should put on this channel. All right, see you guys.